Lawmakers in New York are trying to make changes to the parole justice system in different ways. Tonight, WENY New York Capitol correspondent Elise Klein joins us live from Albany. Elise, what can you tell us about what's happening here?
Renata, good evening. Legislation on parole has been a consistently popular and controversial topic here in Albany for many years. Democrats want to loosen parole restrictions and Republicans want to tighten them. And right now there are several bills that lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are hoping to get passed before session comes to a close. Several bills in Albany are battling it out to make changes to the state's parole board system. Two bills sponsored by Democrats would loosen parole board restrictions by providing a more comprehensive look at an individual's rehabilitation in their parole review. They would also allow for parole release consideration for elder prisoners who have served at least 15 years of a sentence. For Tiana Taylor, these bills would have a direct impact on her father, who is currently incarcerated.
He would be considered for who he is today. You know, the judge gave him a sentence for the opportunity to be viewed after 22 years of incarceration to see if he's truly been accountable for the harm that he's committed and has truly changed his life, and I believe my father has done that.
While Democrats push for these bills, Republicans are pushing for more restrictions. They want to make it possible for state lawmakers to remove parole board members and make life without parole mandatory for individuals convicted of killing a police officer, arguing the Democrats' bills would, quote, coddle criminals.
There's a re-centering on the criminal versus the citizen, the law-abiding individual, and even more specifically on those who we ask to protect us.
Some Democrats argue Republicans don't have the right idea when it comes to keeping New Yorkers safe.
Republicans have always believed that locking up people and throwing away the key forever is the way to make our community safe, when actually giving people a chance to reconnect with their communities and strengthen and keep them whole is the best way to keep them safe.
Right now, these bills are still making their way through committees, so at this point, they have very little time to get to the floor before time runs out. The last official day of session is set for tomorrow. However, it is widely expected that lawmakers will continue through the end of the week and potentially into the weekend. Renata, back to you.
All right, thank you, Elise.